Shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises to Yahweh, Bashim Yahushai. Give double honors to the elders of GMS and who rule well. Salutations to all you Akim on the highways and byways, pushing this truth and noising this gospel abroad into the four corners of the earth and to the ears of the elect. I'm going to get right into it. This is the book of Habakkuk. This is the book of Habakkuk, the first chapter and the first verse. The burden which Habakkuk, the prophet, did see. O Lord, how long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Even a cry unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity, and cause me to behold grievance? For the spoiling and the violence are before me, and there are they that rise up in strife and contention. Come. It says the burden of the book of Habakkuk, which the prophet did see. And, O Lord, how long shall I cry? And that's what we're doing. And we're mortal men, so sometimes we ask that question, man. How long are we gonna have to suffer this thing, man? How long are we gonna have to suffer the BS that we're subjected to suffer down here in Babylon in this grievous captivity, man? And we ask that question, man. And we know through the Spirit that the Lord is coming back to deliver the elect, but as mortal men and being in His flesh, those are questions we ask. How long shall I cry, and thou wilt not hear? Because, sometimes it feel like the Lord doesn't hear you sometimes, man. Sometimes, sometimes demons could jump on you, and the demons will tell you that the Lord ain't dealing with you, man. You know what I mean? Don't waste your time making a video or something like that, man, and the demons fuck with you. But it says, how long, and thou wilt not hear? Even a cry unto thee of violence, and thou wilt not save. Because we're not crying about little things like having a bad day or whatnot, so to speak. We're talking about violence also, man. Jacob is being slaughtered out here in these streets, man. So-called white man has been merciless on our people, man, and on all the tribes, starting from Judah on down. Judites are being cops have blown Judites, not even just Judites, but blown brains, Jacob's brains out all over, man, in every city. You know what I mean? So our people are suffering violence, man, all throughout. You got so-called Mexicans chopping off heads, the Ishikarites down there on a border. You know what I mean? So we cry of violence. You know, it says, and thou wilt not save. Why dost thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? Yeah, man, because what you see, man, in America, nothing but iniquity, man. Nothing but iniquity all day long, man. Sun up to sundown, you know. And not just you other nations, but Jake, man. Jake causing iniquity, man. Just forsaking the law altogether, man. Or forsaking the Lord, fanning his hand at the Lord, man. And being a righteous spirit in such a wicked kingdom, man, that's going to cause grievance, man. That you grieve beheld in the things you see day in and day out in Babylon, man. It fucks with you, man. And the more knowledge you obtain in this thing, man, the more wisdom you get, the more grievous you become, the more sorrowful you become, man. It says verse 3, why does thou show me iniquity and cause me to behold grievance? For spoiling and violence are before me, and there are they that rise up strife and contention. And again, not just the heathenistic nations rising up strife and contention, but Jake, man. You got to worry about Jacob at the job, the Uncle Toms, the Stevens, you know what I mean? The Theo Thomases, man. You got to worry about Jake at your job, just causing strife, man, causing problems and chaos, man. Satan get on them, and you got to deal with nonsense, man, with just bullshit, man. You know, the white man he's the master at he's the devil. The white man's the devil, so he's the master at creating strife and contention, man. You know what I mean? Therefore the law is slack, and judgment doth never go forth. You can't get righteous judgment in this place, man. The scripture said that the law is slacked, and judgment doth never go forth. It's lawful to put a homosexual to death. You know, two men that are lying with each other, that's a lawful act for them to be put to death. That's purging evil from amongst Israel. Homosexuals are the number one carriers of AIDS. So to let homosexuals live is to be infatuated with death. The so-called white man has a thing with death, man. He's infatuated with death. That's why and not just them carrying of AIDS, but a man and a man can't produce. A man and a woman produces. So to allow homosexuality is to have an infatuation with death. And the scriptures say those people who commit such acts are to be put to death. You know? But the law is slack and judgment does not go forth. Therefore the law is slack and judgment does never go forth. For the wicked does compass about the righteous. Yeah, the wicked compass about the righteous. You know, to have any type of status according to this world. You know, let me make that be known. Any type of status according to this world, to have obtained riches and jewels and fame in this world, you got to be righteous. So the righteous above the wicked, you know. And as a whole, we know the Lord is only dealing with the elect at this particular time. But as a whole, the whole nation of Israel, we are a righteous, a nation of priests, a holy people, you know, separate from all the other heathenistic nations, man. We are his chosen, the apple of his eye. And as a whole, we're at the bottom, man. These other nations, man, they don't have the law on them, man. They don't have the oracles of the Most High with them, you know. They wasn't given the laws, the statutes, the commandments, you know, the judgments. They wasn't given these things to understand the proper breakdown of these scriptures. But they are above us. We are low. It says, behold, ye among the heathen in regard and wonder marvelously, for I will work in your days which ye would not believe, though it be told unto you. Because the Most High said he's going to work a day in these days that we would not believe, man. We just had, through the spirit of Yahweh Shem Yahushua, the water to him, we just had a beautiful Passover with the elders and all the Yakim from New York. Brothers, you had brothers from, at least 10 different camps, man. And come together to New York to hold the Passover, man. Just like in the time of Acts, the 2nd chapter, when brothers came from all over to hold the Passover in Jerusalem. And you had that same thing, and you had a brother that did like a so-called white man. But you know, through the spirit that to be amongst such a great man, he was a Jake. So the Most High said he's going to work a wonder that you wouldn't even believe. And that's what he did. You know what I mean? So, and just that marvelous work, man, the Most High is bringing this white man down, man. You know, the prophets dreamed about the time that we living in, man. The scriptures say, blessed is he that liveth to see the downfall of his enemy, man. It's a blessing to see this white man go down, man. They dreamed about the downfall, man. The downfall of and the rising of Yashala, Kwam Yashala, because that's what we're seeing. We're seeing the rising up of our nation, man. And the downfall and the destruction of this so-called white man and his wicked kingdom. So we know, like I said earlier, through the Spirit, that the Lord is going to hear our cries, just like he heard us in Egypt, man. It says in Ezekiel, the 9th chapter, to set a mark upon the forehead of the men that sigh and cry for all the abominations that be done in the midst thereof, you know. So we're sighing and crying, and we're setting a mark upon the men that are sighing and crying in this hellhole, man. Because we know the Lord is going to deliver us. He's going to make doing his promise and deliver the elect. Lord willing that we are a part of that number, man. And that's why we work constantly, and that's why we fear. We fear with trembling, and that's real fear. It's not that Christian fear. It's real fear that the Yahweh Shem Yahushua can destroy you. You know? So the Most High is working a marvelous work. So be patient in this thing, man, because we know the Lord is coming back to deliver this place, man. And this devil is going down, man. And he has hell to pay for the suffering that he's put us through, man. And not just this lifetime, but past lifetime, man. Past lifetimes, man. With that, man, I want to close out and say, all praise to Yahweh Shem Yahushua, double honor to the elders of GMS, and salutations to all you Yakim on the highways and byways, pushing this truth, man, at 100 miles per hour, noising it abroad, man. You brothers keep strong in the faith and keep your hand on the plow. With that, shalom.